Yeah, this was a great win for us. To come home from a long road trip, that first game is always the toughest, reacclimating to the altitude. So to beat the #1 team in the NBA, hell of a performance by our group. As you mentioned, we outscored them 66-40 in the second half, and we held them to 31% from the field. That is big time defense against a very good offensive team. And you can't guard Giannis one-on-one. Like, nobody can. He's a great player. But I felt that Aaron Gordon did everything he could to stifle him, especially in that second half. I think Giannis was 2 for 8, 7 points in the second half. So Aaron took the challenge head on, but I felt the 4 guys around Aaron gave the necessary and appropriate help. Take Aaron out to start the fourth quarter. I felt Jeff Green picked up right where Aaron left off. Has some great possessions. You have to be into him. You have to be physical. And when he drives and spins, you want to be there and try to clamp down on that drive. So when we rebound our opponent, we win. When we value the ball, we usually win. Hell of a performance. And the three-point line was I was worried about most. They were 9 of 36, 25%. So I thought the defense overall was just outstanding.
You kept talking about heavy legs and coming off the long East Coast road trip and acclimating. What did you see on Jeff's dunk?
Oh man, that was impressive, man. Great crowd tonight. Another playoff type atmosphere. But and then right after that, I believe, is when Jeff got hurt. Giannis stepped on his foot, and I was really concerned when I saw Jeff laying down. But I think he was just trying to soak up the whole, dunk. Letting people, appreciate what he just did. But thankfully he was okay. But yeah, Jeff, for a guy that's a 16-year vet, 36 years old, what he does is just outstanding, incredible, eye-opening, and it speaks to his professionalism, staying in shape, that he's able to do those things at this stage of his career.
You said it was like the playoff atmosphere. Giannis, the Bucks, the first team in the East. Do you think this is the most important win in the whole season?
I wouldn't say most important. It is the most important because it was the win tonight. That was a game tonight. But I think this is probably our best win since Memphis beginning of the month. I think it's been a while since we put forth a 48-minute effort. They have the best record in the NBA. They've won a championship in recent years. We know how talented they are. So to not get swept by them and to do it the way we did it, again, the defense was outstanding. The rebounding was there. The ball movement was there. I thought Jamal Murray was great tonight. 26 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. He was really, really good. Nikola was his typical great self. KCP had 8 rebounds. Like, a lot of guys stepped up, and that's what we needed to beat a team like Milwaukee.
I think this is the 3rd time now you guys have beat the top-ranked half-court defense at the time. Does that give you any, additional confidence in your offense heading into the playoffs here?
Yeah, I don't worry about our offense, to be honest. I really don't. When I say that, I'm not being arrogant, cocky, none of that. Like, it's just proven track record. Our offense is proven to be elite, no matter who we're playing, and no matter what type of defense they use. So, but what gives me confidence is the defense. Like, we've gotten away from who we are. And the reason that we have 50 wins, the reason we're #1 in the West is because we had a stretch of games where we were a top 6 or 7 defense in the NBA. In the last, bunch of games, obviously we've gotten away from that, but tonight was a return to who we need to be, now with 8 games to go. So, yeah, great the fact that our offense put up 129, 53 from the field, made 15 threes on 42%. Got to the foul line 28 times, all great things, but we don't win this game without our defense.
We joke a lot about taking Nikola for granted, not asking questions about him. He's facing Brook Lopez, Defensive Player of the Year candidate, as you mentioned pregame. What did you see in that matchup? What is it that Nikola is able to do versus even a defender like that? And that was a really physical matchup tonight as well. That has allowed him to be so successful.
Yeah, it was really physical, to your point. And I told him in one of the early timeouts, I said, don't get the tech, let me get it for you. Because there were, I can get kicked out, he can't. Like I understand the pecking order here. The MVP is most important. But it was physical both ways, and I think the referees did the best job they could. But they were playing him one-on-one. They were letting Brick guard him one-on-one. And, that's always, I think, I imagine having to game plan against Nikola Jokic. What decision are you going to make? Are you going to send two to the ball and leave shooting? Or are you going to guard one-on-one, stay home, and make him beat you with twos? And that's the beauty of our team. I think Nikola, he was 10 of 20 tonight, got to the foul line 11 times. And Nikola's proven against Defensive Player of the Year candidates, Defensive Player of the Year winners, that he's almost unguardable. And again, I don't say that to be like Nikola's, no, but he's proven it. Like, the guy is just really hard to guard. And he's not athletic. He's strong, but he's just smart. He knows how to use angles. Knows how to use his body to protect the ball, use a rim to protect his shot. All those things, and that's why we know he's our guy.
You talked about it in a couple of games ago about you can't play defense without being physical. You just mentioned the physicality of that game right there. I thought after the first 5 or 6 minutes, you guys answered that, and I don't know if I've seen you guys as physical of a team defensively as I saw tonight.
Well, especially in that second half. Yeah. I mean, the first half, nobody was missing. It was a shootout, the OK Corral. It was, we'd make a three, they'd make a three. It was back and forth, 38-37. After that, they had 28 in the second, 19 in the third, 21 in the fourth. And that second half defense, you hold that team to 31% in the second half, only 40 points allowed. The physicality and taking on the challenge. Like, I think Aaron spearheaded that. Jeff did the same thing off the bench. And the rebounding. I mean, we had a lot of guys in there, not just that bigs. Jamal had 6, KCP had 8, Bruce had 5. Like, gang rebounding is everybody on the floor. You rebound, and then you all 5 run. And a lot of really good examples of that tonight, Scott.
Last one on.
Michael, when you see Jamal get hot like that in the first quarter, hit all those threes, how much closer is he getting back to that playoff Murray that we saw during that Western Conference final?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it throughout the season. To be honest, I felt he had a stretch prior to getting hurt going into the All-Star break. I think he missed, 6 games going into the break, roughly? Prior to that, he was playing at the same level he was in the bubble. And when I say that, I'm talking about, it wasn't just the scoring and the shot making. It was like tonight, 6 boards, 9 assists, really good defensive possessions, engaged defensively with the proper disposition, not just out there, but no, I want to guard. I'm taking pride in guarding. And that's the best version of Jamal that I've ever seen. And so now with 8 games to go, I was really thankful I didn't have to get him back in the game. He played 33 minutes tonight, great number for him. And now we have to turn the page and get ready for another great team with a great player in Joel Embiid.